We're going to start off this episode with a little after. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it's after. This is after the other stuff that you will see after this. So I guess this is a prequel. I want to thank you. Hats off to everyone out there. This past Friday, this is Sunday the 25th, whatever it is. Friday, yahoo! We crossed the 1 million mark. 1 million viewers! So, I've been wanting to say that for a long time. And we're almost, or I'm almost, well I guess we are, we're a community. We're almost up to 2,000 followers now, which YouTube sent me a message the other day saying, whoa, I could fill up a large stadium, well, small stadium, large auditorium with my followers. So we're going to go back to the boat. Thank you again. We're going to go back to the boat now, and I guess it'll be end of the prequel and we'll go on to the sequel. Well, we've got our pieces prepped. So we'll put our gel magic down here. I probably mixed up too much. But we want to get a good layer in here, especially along the this inside edge for inside squeeze out. We'll take a stick I'll put back down, or put down inside there. Once I get it screwed down. Well, I got it screwed down, and you probably can't see the squeeze out in here. It's just enough. I'm going to take this stick and run it down just to smooth it down. Same on the other side here. There. I might even take a little bit squeezings off the side. Fill in any of those little cracks that, or gaps that look like they might be there. Okay. It's good enough inside. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's smooth enough you're not going to wear out the board. And I've got a couple layers of primer on it now. So I'll go ahead and clean this guy up. Might as well use it to seal off the wood grain. We'll come back after this sets for the top piece, because I want to try something on it too. Well, I put the lid on the other side. I ran out of gel magic, which made me very unhappy. And so I mixed up a little bit of just regular straight epoxy with that silica in it, thicken it up, and buttered up the top and then around the edges and put it on. And then I had some left over, so I thought, well, I'll just turn it upside down and do like they do in kayaks and do an in pour. So I poured the rest of the jar in there so it's flowed out, and it'll cover up the any of the cracks on the inside with a solid layer of epoxy. So now that this whole chamber will be airproof and waterproof once I get it sealed to the hull. So it's not going to worry about any of the wood getting rotted out. Well, we're back again another day. I've finished my, I went and had, went to my hardware store and got the other two plates and the bolts. Put those, it's easier to put them on now without the wheels in the way. And then I added my handle with the long bolt. Remember, it goes through about here. So, and I'm going to, and I've got my my box here, got my lid on it, and you can see how it goes in and out. I'm going to take that into the house and set it by the fireplace and cook the paint a little bit to get it baked on a little bit more and speed up the drying. But I want to put a layer of glass over the box, and then I may put a layer on the top, and or I may not. But I'm going to make a change on where I put this. I was just thinking this morning that putting the boat on in and out of the truck, and it's always, you know, the stern in last, stern out first, and then you got to move it around to get the wheels under it. So then I thought, well, hell, I don't have to. I mean, I only made the daggerboard thing because my boats had daggerboards in the middle of the boats, and with the fly fishing hulls, I don't need to do that. So I'm going to stick this, and it's already got a handle. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have the fancy one with the threads inside, but I've got a handle, and so I'm going to stick this on the transom on the fly fishing hull, and then as I lift the boat in, well, the wheels will fall off, and as I want to drag the boat out of it, I'll do a demo when I get done. And then I just have to hold this up, pull out the end of the boat, the wheels hold the end off the ground. I'm not graveling it every time you're in and out, and then you grab the bow and just walk it out. So we're going to do it that way on this hull. So I'm going to go ahead and glass this off camera, and this will go up against the transom. And I'm thinking, how vertical is that? I may have to do some filling or a wedge in there behind, so that's why I'm not going to glass this part. So we'll come back with the boat in the shop again. Well, I've finished my little box to put the baby daggerboard in, but now it's got the hull in the shop again, and spent some time cleaning the spiders out of it, and it still looked pretty good for a summer sitting outside. And I got my leveling beam and my level in here. I had to put one little shim on the side down here to get it lifted upright, but I've got my centerline string. And on, I don't know if you remember when I built this, on the transom and the bow, right in the center line, I center punched a little spot in the wood, in the plywood here, is to mark center line for future references. Same with the cut lines that we had along the side. Now we've got these 1 foot cut lines along here that I can, there's one right here, there's another one right there, so you can figure out where you're going to go. But I've got my lines set up, and you can see I've got my pencil bobs set in here, and they've been setting overnight to settle in for gravitational pull for the center line of this. So I've got my mark down here on this one, and I have one up here on that one. So now I can go ahead and pull this away. See a little bit better now what I've got down here, can you? Yeah. Let me zoom in a little bit, yeah. You can see what I've got in here, my lines. Putting the box in here, but I've been conflicted just about what to do as far as putting it down here or back at the back. Let me reset up and show you my conundrum. I was doing some tests with my other wheels, and it's really nice if I had this in the transom, then I could put the lift it up, put the wheels in, roll it down to the back of the little truck, and lift up the bow and stick it in, and then come around and use the handles to slide it in. But then the only problem is with the board I've got is I'd have to mount it this way, and it kind of sticks out, and I thought, well, maybe if I mount it this way, it'll be more out of the way, and I could come up and make a new stick for the wheels to go on. And then if I did that same thing, then I would have to put this in this way, as opposed, so I wouldn't have two sets of wheels. So that's the thing I'm trying to decide now, whether I want to do it this way or just go back to what I was going to do originally and set it in there. It'd be probably sticking about halfway out like that. And I'm probably going to go with this method. Oops. Even though, I don't know, I guess if you're building your own boat, you could go either way. Whether you wanted to get it easy in and out. If you just, I guess if you never went any place other than a beach to where you would, or a dock where you would go in, let me get out of the light here, where a dock where you would go in and out of, you know, from your truck down to the water, then the one in the back would be the way to go. But if you're going to go some distances, then the one in the middle would carry the boat a little easier, because then you got the wide transom and the handles down there. You can kind of like move it along, because the wheels are a little bit narrower with the one I've got. But if I figure if I go from this way to this way, then I can make a wider one and then have wheels that have a wider set. So before I cut the boat, I'm going to do some more thinking on this as to see which way I'm going to go. So I'll come back later. I don't know, it may be enough to end this video before we start cutting up in the hull. So I'll see you later.